welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Amy and I'm currently on a journey to repay 6 figures worth of student loan debt. Every single Friday I share our weekly debt payment as well as our side hustle income, and today I will be sharing all of that, and I have a few extra additions for this week. So I will be filling in our debt freedom tracker, and I actually have a new tracker that I just started this week as well. So I started with my target loan trackers. So if you have been following me for a little while, I am currently working on this $5,000 loan. So I made it its own tracker because I thought it would be a little bit more motivating to have a very small balance to fill in these trackers for. If you're unfamiliar, I'm just going to quickly tell you what that loan is. So here is our April update of all of my debts. So these are all of my outstanding loans. This one was paid off last week. So now we are on this loan right here, which is that $5,725, which is right here. And this is from the payment that I made last week. So we did pay about $300 of it last week. So that is where we are at with that one. I thought it would be fun to have an additional tracker and just another way to track, and I'm kind of grasping at straws here to stay motivated lately. So I thought it'd be fun. And for some reason I started coloring this one from the bottom. So that'll be interesting. So there we are with that. I thought that would just be a fun addition to have something else to color just for me to stay motivated. So this week, our starting balance was $46,300. And that was at 65.03% paid. So we barely made it into that 65% last week. And our payment for this week was $1,000, which brings our ending balance to $45,300, which is still at 65%. It's at 65.79. So for this Debt Free Friday, I'm actually going to insert a clip of me making the payment. Okay, so this week I thought I would actually take you guys into the process of making a payment. I thought this was kind of a fun and different thing that I haven't done before. So let me know if you guys end up liking this and if you want me to do it in the future. As you can see, this is just my portal here for Great Lakes. Great Lakes is the servicer for my student loans. That is the only place that I currently have student loans. I have had private loans in the past with a different provider, but this is where they are at right now. So as you can see over here, my current balance is $46,300. And then in here just is the repayment. So this is, obviously my loans are in forbearance right now until, for some reason it says in here November. I'm not sure why it says November because it actually expires in the end of September. I'm not sure if it's because I've made so many payments that it pushed out my date a little bit, but that is where it is at right now. And then as you can see, my monthly payments were previously $871. I'm not sure what they're going to be when I actually owe a payment again. That'll change a little bit because I will probably just pay the minimum and then also still just continue to pay the extra on top of that. So we will kind of discuss that when the time comes when my payments are actually due again. And then as you can see here, this is my payment from last week, $900. So I'm just going to go under payments, manage payments, and then make a payment. So clicking my Stafford loans. So this is all of them. So the just different types of payments you can make: accrued interest, payoff account, or other. So obviously other is what I'm going to pay today. So my payment for this week is $1,000. And I'm actually going to pay this. So I'm filming this snippet a little bit early because I do actually schedule my payments on Thursdays. So the way that Great Lakes works is, like, if I schedule the payment on Thursday, it actually won't even process until Friday night. So I usually schedule it a little bit early just so that I have it actually paid on Friday, if that makes sense. It's a little bit weird how they do it. And then, are you paying extra? So yes, I do want to review my excess payment method because last week I actually was able to pay off a loan. So I do need to change the way that this is applying for this week. So I can go in here. So these are all of my outstanding loans. I currently have 12. I was able to pay one off last week, and then their interest rates, current interest rate is 0 because they are not accruing interest right now. So as you can see, it cleared out all of my things because my previous loan was paid. So I'm going to find loan 29. That is the loan that I'm targeting right now, and that is at 100. Oh, I actually must have already changed it. I think I actually went in and changed it before I filmed the video. So yes, it is at 100. This is the loan that I'm targeting right now. And then after this loan is paid off, which hopefully will only take a few months, this is my next one right here, which is my last grad school loan. So this will be the next one that I target. So that is at 100%. I'm going to hit recurring because that will be the way that I pay for the next few. So I'm just going to hit that recurring and then my checking and just reviewing. So yes, everything looks good. And that is it. And here we go, success. So my payment is now scheduled. So like I said, I do tend to do this like in the middle of the week once I know what payment I'm going to be making for the week, just because it does take a little bit of time and I like to actually have my payment process on Debt-Free Friday. If I would just go in and actually pay it on Friday, it probably wouldn't clear until Tuesday. So that's just the way that I've been doing it. So back to Debt-Free Friday. Okay, so we're ending this week at 45,300, so close to being under 45,000. Hopefully next week that will be the case. I do anticipate having some higher payments for the rest of the month. So we do have 2 more Debt-Free Fridays for the month of May. I do anticipate those being a little bit higher. We did have some additional income come in that I will talk a little bit more about in the next coming weeks. So we will be paying a little bit more in the next few weeks. So definitely should get under that 45,000. And then for side hustle income, so this is for 5/7, so last Debt-Free Friday through yesterday, which is Thursday, so the 13th. So this is all the money that we had come in for those 6 days. We had $462 from Etsy. I do have a small Etsy shop. I always have it linked in the bio if you are interested in buying any of my items. All of these trackers that I show you, as well as like my debt-free, all my debt-free trackers and my monthly budget and all of that is available in my Etsy shop. And then we did have one more income from Surveys on the Go. This was actually my husband who cashed out. So we have Surveys on the Go. I do anticipate being able to cash out next week, so I should have some income from that next week too. If you're new here, Surveys on the Go is an app that I use a lot. If you've seen any of my Debt-Free Fridays, you've probably seen income from that before. It's just an app where you fill out surveys and then you can cash out through PayPal. It's completely legit. There's no catch. You just fill out the surveys. They're not always like the most easy, you know, or it's not like free money necessarily. I mean, you are spending some time on it. But in my opinion, it's definitely worth it. We've cashed out probably between my husband and I multiple hundreds of dollars at this point, and we've only been doing it for a few months. So that is that. So our total side hustle income for this week was $1,582. Definitely a little bit of a slower week. I have not been able to do Instacart since I did that big Instacart weekend a few weekends ago, and I probably won't. I'm not sure if I'm gonna maybe try to get out once this month, but if I don't, I'm not too stressed about it. I feel like every other month I'm kind of taking a step back on side hustle income. So last month we had a really great side hustle income, and this week or this month we probably will have a little bit lower, but that is okay. So now I'm gonna bring you guys into my charts so that we can color those charts. So first I'm gonna go over the target loan chart. So this is where that $1,000 payment went. So I'm actually going to color in 17.5. So it's very satisfying. I'm going to speed this up and put some music just so you guys don't have to like watch me color in silence since it's so many. Oh, would you call me on my sins? You think that you're under my skin. I just wanna wake up in my bed alone. Oh no, I don't wanna be tucked in someone else's arms. I will close my door cause I need my time. Wanna speak so loud even though I hide. Like I'm hypnotized, can't get out of here. You don't know me, I just need my time. Yeah. But they say, I don't know where you come from. I don't. You seem too nice to be alone. So lonely. I see you going through something. So here is where we ended up with this chart. So I colored in a little bit over almost 2 rows actually of this chart. So that is super exciting. I'm very excited to have another motivator. I'm definitely needing some extra motivation. I think that that will be really great to have this extra chart here. So looking forward to continuing to fill this out next week. And then back to my original debt-free tracker. So this I started January 1st of 2021. My original balance was over 130,000. So I do still have that original chart that I fill in. However, I don't fill it in very frequently because, you know, the icons are worth like over $1,000 each. So it's just not quite as motivating to fill in that chart. So I do tend to save that one for like every quarter I fill that one in. So for this week, I'm just filling in the rest of line 3 on this chart for this week's payment. So here is where we are ending up, finishing out our line 3 of this one. Super exciting. Definitely excited to be moving on to another row again. So that is where we are at. So that is it for this week, you guys. I hope you enjoyed, and I will talk to you in my next video. Bye, guys.